Alright, so we're going to be making joggers, and to do that we select create trousers for the character. So select the character and click on new cloth with trousers as a cloth type, and move or position the points, the pelvis, the hip, the knee, the ankle, and generate trouser rig. So we're just going to create the trousers and shape it, or shape the waist circle so that it fits nicely onto the character, like this, and however high you want it. And then position the thigh circle as well, and the knee circle, and the ankle circle. Since they're joggers, we can try to make this a bit small and close to the ankle. And then click on generate trouser with cuffed ankles enabled, and we may not need materials for now. So generate trousers. And here we have joggers. And before we press play, we can shape it. So I'm going to make this part a bit higher, longer. And now we're going to elastify the trousers. So we're going to create elastic bands for the waist and the ankle part. So to do that, we're going to go into face selection mode and select these faces and the lower faces, and press P to separate them by selection. And then in edit mode, you can just move this edge down. So hold Alt and select this edge and move them down so it comes close to this point. And the same for the cuffs here. Now we're going to apply the modifiers until we get the cloth modifier. So you can press Ctrl A to apply with the mouse over that modifier. Ctrl A, apply, apply, apply until you get to the cloth modifier. Then in edit mode, we're going to select all and subdivide. So right click, subdivide, and we're going to subdivide again. So we have enough geometry to work with. And then we're going to press spacebar, or you can come over to edit and menu search. And we're going to look for boundary. So type in boundary, and you can see boundary loop. So select boundary loop, and it is now selected all the outer loops. So you can see them in edit mode, the top, the bottom of both points. Now we're going to press hold Shift Alt and click on two lines here. These are the elastify lines, and do the same for this part. I'm just going to select this part, or we can actually select two parts here. I'll select this part and this part. And the same for the other leg, this part and this part. Okay, so now we can press elastify with all these edges selected, and you can set the pressure either 2000 or 1000 and click on OK, and in a few seconds it will elastify those parts. So you can see we have this elastic band effect on this part and on the waist as well. So you can enable the subdivision modifier here, and that will smoothen it out. But this is now bound to the character. So you can also select the joggers and click on bind, and when you press play, we now have the joggers bound to the character. We have lots of painting tools as well, like inflation and deflation. So if we inflate, if the weight is set to 1, I'm going to reduce the strength by pressing Shift F. And if we paint now and it's kind of going towards reddish, it's going to shrink the joggers. So when you press play, you'll see the joggers have shrunk and they're kind of tighter. So we can do the opposite and click on inflate deflate. You can click on this button here to reset all the weights, and you can set the weight to, if it's 1, you can press Shift Control, or you can press Control rather, and that will paint the opposite. So you can see it's going towards blue, and when it's going towards blue, it's going to inflate the trousers instead of deflate them. So when you press play, you can see they've kind of expanded. You can enable the second subdivision modifier here to make them smoother, but I'm going to reset the weights, and you can use that painting to kind of shape your trousers however you want. So you can make the bottom part tight like this, and make the top part very free and loose and inflated, or whichever style you want using the painting. So you can see we've made the bottom tight with the top like that. So you can now use different materials and add more accessories and whatever you like to this to these joggers. But that is basically the workflow to creating joggers using DivineCut.